Hey everybody, this video you're going to watch is all about putting this apron together on the Filthy Horror. And you'll get to see Jake cuts all this inside stuff out. He ends up cutting that chunk off of it that used to be on here. Anyway, we're almost done with it. This has been a like 2-month deal. It's been sitting here, but Jake's only had time to work on it when he's had time, so anyway, there's all the iron to reline the bowl, so enjoy the video. Either way, you're a swinger. Swing. Which way do you swing? Straight. How's it going, Sparky? Did you want to go that far? No, but it don't really matter, does it? What's this? Oh, that's just dirt. Looks like smoke coming out of there. Okay, a little update on the Filthy Horror. We've been so busy, we haven't had a lot of time to do anything with it. But we're getting ready to install the L brackets inside the apron. And this is what they look like. Unfortunately, I believe they shipped us the wrong ones. So we're gonna have to cut, I think, 2 inches off the full length of this leg on every one of them because they're too tall. So Jake has got him a piece of angle iron that he's going to use for a straight edge to cut those with the plasma torch. It shouldn't take him too long. It's just one of those things. It's like, what do you do with something like this? To ship all that iron back and then get ones that fit, that's just too expensive. I'll beat him up somewhere else another time. Right, Mike? I see a discount in the future for old Jay Pater. What do you think, Mike? So we're straightening the apron on the Filthy Horror today with the 336, pounding the dents out. It's actually working really well. Okay, here we go. Okay, that was really dented in up through there, and that would have meant that we'd have had to cut every one of those L brackets on an arc. So it worked super well. Super well. Get some high spots we gotta touch up here. We steam cleaned it out and then marked out all those little dots. You gotta come back in a little bit. Yeah. Got one there. There we go. So Jake's welding in the first L bracket on the apron. This is how they go in. The next one will go weld onto this right here and come over, and then you just keep stacking them till we get to the bottom. Okay, we're putting piece number 2 in. These are L brackets. This is the same way that cat scraper both sides are made. Each one of these is an L bracket. It goes in and you stack them together and weld it all up. So Jake had to build a dog. Had to jam a wedge under it because I think we pounded on it a little too hard with the excavator. So we had too much of a gap, so we're gonna have to move the dog and close up these other spots. Okay, Jake's welding the third one in now. We had to build a dog and dog that down along that edge, try to fill in some of those gaps. So that's our apron preheater. That's how we warm that thing up while he's welding on it to keep the heat in it, so it's not gonna pull and crack. X-ray. Okay, this is what we're running. Somebody asked me. So that's a Lincoln Invertech 350. This is an LN25 suitcase welder, and we're squirting 5/64 wire. This is a Hobart Fab Shield 21B. And then when we do like the AR plating on the scraper bowl walls, you got to do vertical stuff or horizontal. Switch it over to a smaller, an 045 wire. Old Albert Rock, he's gonna love me. Look what I did, Albert. I didn't realize I jammed that sucker full of dirt right there. Now it's frozen. Gonna have to go get the space heater to get that unplugged. But Jake's got him a hooch today. We put that up over that apron to keep him out of the weather so we can keep going on this. We got one more bent piece to put in there, and then all we got to do is fab together where see that 1 by 3 inch piece of AR flat bar. That's going to be the strike off edge on the very end of the apron, where the apron will close against the cutting edge. And then, but before we weld it solid, we'll put the apron in and close it down against the cutting edge and make sure that we've got it straight and even so it contacts the cutting edge evenly. Then it's time to put the ejector in and the rollers and get those side rails on. Pull the ejector back out and then start cutting this AR plate and line the inside of that. So on that where it's cold, we'll probably have to put a tarp over it, put the space heater inside, and warm like one side of that bowl up really good, because when you weld on AR against cold iron and it cools, it will crack like crazy. So somehow we got to figure out how to keep that warm, either with the space heater, or we'll go get the propane burner and get it warmed up good, and then when we're done we'll have to tarp it to try to keep it warm, or just put the space heater in there and keep it warm as it cools down slowly. I don't know. Things you got to go through when you don't have a weld shop. And we're not doing this in the shop. We absolutely don't allow welding, grinding inside the shop. It just make a mess out of it. So anyway, this works good. So we got to figure out what to do with this final piece. This is the old front. It's all bent to hell, so we've got to straighten it up, fix it. This is not normally how you do these. My recommendation would be you buy these bent pieces and you buy the front. You buy the whole front from him, which is pre-bent. Fits all this. And then everything's straight, everything's good. I actually buy the arms too, replace everything. But anyway, this will fix this old grill up so that it works good. Bang! Maybe. Sweet. So this is, we had to cut this one piece out because it was so crooked. So this is the edge. This is the one that's going to bite down against the cutting edge. So we've tack welded it to this piece. And we couldn't get this all in one piece, so we got it in two. So we're going to get that one in, and then he's going to weld all that in. Then we've got one more bent piece to go in here. Anyway, it's colder than the well digger's butt today. But we got the heater. We had to take the hooch off while we did all this. Maybe put the hooch back on when we get done. Jake's got 4 of these in. One more to go, but we had to replace this chunk in here. It's a piece of 3/8 AR plate, and then we tack welded this 1-inch piece of AR on here. That gives it the straightness we needed to get it on. And we have one more bracket that'll come up here and weld. Anyway, we'll show you all that stuff when we get. Okay, Jake's got the rest of this plate welded in. He's out there ready to cut the last piece, and hopefully in another day we'll have this one done. So he's got to cut this much off the last one, so we're gonna have quite a chunk of iron. Okay, I had the filthy whore plugged in all night. We're gonna see if we can get her to go, because we're gonna have to move it. Yeah, we're gonna have to set the dang oh, we got to shut that. We're going to have to set the apron in it. Whoa, there goes my shins. Oh, that's slick. Oh, that hurt too. Oh, that hurt. Oh, as bad as I hate to, I think I'm going to have to cab this old girl. What do you think? Cab her? Oh, where's the key? Right there. There we go. this is the 1-inch AR bar that goes in here, and we're going to trim the ends off of this. And we've got, this is a 1/2-inch piece of AR. This is 8-inch wide. We've got that tacked on, and then we got a 9-inch piece that's going to go on the inside. It's going to come over to here and up against it like that, and then hopefully all this is going to work, right, Jake? It's going to work.
You're just like me. I got a gal in the trailer park. She got 10 dogs and they love to bark. She keeps me in a pen out on the front lawn, but now it stinks and the grass is gone. Pink flamingos are all chewed up from a mean pit bull and a sick little pup. I bet you're on the bowling team. I knew you didn't talk too clean. You think of high society, but you're white trash, baby. You're just like me. Next door, I got 3 dead cars and soon to be more. Got the engines out, there's buckets of junk. Overalls are covered in grease and gum. I ain't paid the rent and they're kicking me out.
So here's the apron off the Hooer. So it takes Jake, for each one of those pieces of bent L shapes he put in there, it takes an hour to get across one side with a complete weld. So you're talking 2 hours a piece to get them in there. And then, so this is what it's going to bite down on, is this piece of AR 400. This is a 1-inch by 3-inch piece. And then these are 1/2-inch AR 400 plates. This one is a 9-inch wide, and this one on the back is 8 inches. Now you can see the pooched out bunch of scabbed on stuff that was welded on here before. So what we're going to do is take one of those leftover pieces of 3/8 T1 that Jake trimmed off the last bracket, put it in there, weld it in, then he'll take the torch or the plas cutter and cut all this crap off and clean it up. But we're not going to fully totally weld this till we set the apron in the scraper and lower this down against the cutting edge and make sure it's straight. We're pretty sure that we're good because we're measuring from these, and these should have been wore down to the cutting edge, and it measures the same distance both sides. It's like within a 1/16 of an inch. So one other thing he's got to do though while it's here, in the center there's a brace deal, a pre-bent piece that Cat originally had, and that was destroyed and mashed. And so we've got some flat bar, some pieces that we're gonna have to go get some craft wires, what we're thinking we'll do, and put in there so that we can get the arc made for that. So you'll cut that arc, and then on the top you'll weld a piece in there and box it all in. And then also on the insides here, you can see that gap. We'll take a piece of leftover 3/8 T1. We got some narrow ones. Lay it in there and weld it on the side and there and fill all that up. But I got the scraper moved over here, and when we're ready, we'll bring the apron over. We'll use the 336 to pick it up and set it in there and check it. Hey everybody, good Monday morning to you. Hope you're gonna have a awesome Christmas. I got a belated birthday card here from my buddy in Australia, old Bill Bland, and he sent me some Aussie dough. And you know what I did with that, Bill? I converted that into American. I gave it to Shane. I kept that money so that when I come to Australia, I'm going to have some Australian spending cash. I think I'm up to $150, $200 in Australian money now. So I appreciate the card. It says the years have been really kind to you. It's the weekends that did you in. Oh no, Bill, I lost that. That's all gone. Anyway, thank you very much for the donation, Bill, and the card. That's awesome. Thank you. And I got a package from my buddy Blaine and Catherine back in Kansas. This is cool right here. I love this. I didn't know they made a cat one. I'm debating whether to put that on the Kenworth. I don't know if that fit. It'd probably go on my Dodge. Fits 14.5 to 15 steering wheels. I don't know, is the Kenworth? I think Kenworth's a little bigger than that. But anyway, thank you. Okay, this is my favorite right here. Oh, I'm gonna have a good time every morning. Roll of toilet paper, and thank you much for this. And some pens. Blaine does trucking, and he also overhauls cat engines. Very knowledgeable guy. Him and Catherine stopped in Blackfoot, and I went to dinner with them. That was awesome. Okay, now this, Blaine, this scares me. When I saw Skull and Crossbones on here, I'm like, what? Death Wish coffee, and it's organic too? So, anyway, doesn't smell like Death Wish. Anyway, that's awesome. Thank you much for that. And got me a t-shirt. Heavy Haul Mafia. Running down the dream. That's awesome. Thank you very much. You know, somebody told me I needed a t-shirt, so I'm thinking about doing a t-shirt and starting with something really that pops. But anyway, I'm thinking about putting the filthy whore. If you guys got any ideas, leave them in the comment below. But I had a guy tell me this was the t-shirt that I should get from Gildan because they're a really tough shirt. So, but I guess what I want to do, I love a t-shirt with a pocket because I got my big old phone, my big old Samsung phone, my handheld computer that also happens to make phone calls. Anyway, I love this. A lot of the videos that you see are filmed with this. But anyway, so in the comments below, leave whether or not you like pockets, what color. You know, give me some suggestions, man. Thank you, Blaine. And he sent me a Christmas card. May your holiday seasons be blessed with family and friends. Merry Christmas. Blaine, Katie, and Amber. Thank you very much, guys, and a Merry Christmas to you. That's totally awesome. Appreciate it. Hey, everybody. Hope you're having a really great Christmas. Thought I'd put out another video for you because I know you're somewhere today probably gagging down a dry turkey and listening to somebody go on about essential oils. So I thought I'd step in and save you some trouble. I want to introduce you to some of my great subscribers. Awesome. Dennis Ryan, he's from Highland, California. Dennis sent me a whole bunch of swag the other day. Also sent me the swag around the billboard, the lights. Dennis, I found a use for those magnetic hooks. That's what's holding the lights up. So thank you for that. Hope you enjoy yourself in North Carolina. Todd Konoski, is it Konoski or Konoski from Elmira, Oregon? Todd the retired trucker. Todd, on YouTube you go by Kelly, so you kind of confused me there. Good thing you cleared that up. Ty and Tammy Cranford from York, Arizona. Thank you for watching. Jim Blobner from Holiday, Florida. Jim, I wish I was on holiday in Florida right now. Luke, is it Pothust or Pothust? From Fort Jennings, Ohio. Thank you for watching, Luke. Chaz Carpenter, he's from Birmingham, England. Thank you for watching me clear over there, Chaz. Anyway, you guys have an awesome Christmas.